Hey, everybody. Trying to wait for a few people to come on. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got so many thank yous to give you guys. And to just kind of update you a little bit. And do not, I repeat, do not make me cry, okay? I'm a crybaby. I'm very sensitive. Don't. I've shed so many tears. So many tears. But I want to start by saying that um, I want to thank Tabitha. Do not cry. I want to thank y'all for being just amazing, you know, supportive during this time. Um, I took a big loss, and I didn't expect this to turn out like this with Birkin. Um, but you guys were with me every step of the way, and I appreciate that. I love y'all just for your kindness, your generosity, your support, the advice you were giving me. You know, I wish my love was enough to have saved her, but I guess it just didn't work like that. Um, I tried everything, y'all. I really tried everything. Even during my sick period, caught the flu, my immune system had went down, and I was still trying to save my baby. That was my baby. I loved her like I birthed her. And you know, some people don't understand that, but I do. And I'm sure a lot of you guys understand that too, you know, if you've lost a pet. And for some reason, this pain, this loss is, I don't know, it's just hit different. It's very deep. And maybe, you know, she was my little girl, you know, first girl dog I've ever had. I've always had boys. And then she was my granddaughter, Barkley's daughter. And so it's a lot of things I wish I would have did differently. Um, Looking back, um, I wouldn't have taken her out so soon. Um, I probably wouldn't have had her. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken her out so soon. Not to say that that was a cause of anything, but I probably would have waited a little bit longer. Definitely. Um, what Birkin had was genetic. First, she caught aspirated. How do they say? What did they say? Aspiration pneumonia, and and then I kept taking her different places because I kept letting them know, you know, she's still not breathing right. She's not sounding right. And they put her in an oxygen chamber, and they'll do their job. You know, they'll put her on IV fluids and antibiotics and things like that. And then she'd come home, and she'll be okay for maybe a day. And then she was back to square one, struggling, breathing. She was in distress. It just seemed like it wasn't, the pneumonia part was getting better. She started getting her appetite back, and um, you know, getting her little spunky self back. But I just noticed that her breathing never improved enough. She always seemed like she was tired, and I would hear that noise. And you know, a lot of the vets were saying, well, that's okay, that's just part of the healing process, that's part of, you know, because she's a bracycephalic, you know, smush face breed, so that was going to be normal. until I had got a X-ray. She had had several X-rays, but the last X-ray she had was really, they just really kept it real with me and said, um, her trachea is narrow, very narrow. It almost looks thin like a straw. And I don't know if you guys saw that on the video, but it was very narrow from what they showed me. And it almost looked like, I want to say it almost looked like it was closing at the end. But they said all of this was reason why she was struggling. And then she had the elongated palate and all the other things that came with the breed. And there was nothing too much they could do. They said they could put a trach in her, but she her quality of life would not be good. She probably would be on a ventilator for the rest of her life. And that just wouldn't have been fair. I didn't want to be selfish and keep her here, knowing that she wouldn't have had a good quality of life. She'd probably be, you know, back and forth in the oxygen chamber. Because I bought an oxygen chamber. I bought one. I found the oxygen and all of that. The whole setup here. Because I was really trying. It just wasn't enough. They just told me it wouldn't have been good. But it looks like couldn't somebody have told me this about her way before? You know what I'm saying? This was the reason she wasn't breathing well. But they kept saying pneumonia, pneumonia, pneumonia. And I know it was pneumonia. But after that started to clear, my baby still couldn't breathe. And then the last day I seen her, they had told me that she wasn't even breathing well in the oxygen chamber. She was struggling. And when I saw that for myself, it was hard to watch. Very hard. Very difficult decision. I've never made a decision like that in my life. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just hard. It's hard. So today we went to pick up Birkin's remains. And I've never had an animal cremated. But I just feel like I wanted her to be close. Be close to me. And so we're going to open them up together. We're going to do this together. Okay, so veterinary specialist of Birmingham is where she was. I couldn't look at it earlier I'm sorry for crying. Okay, y'all, let's see. Okay, this is her. I guess they gave me a paw print. And it's got her name on the back, Birkin Moore. That's very nice of them. That's very nice. They gave me some kind of packet. Let's see what this is, y'all. So they give you a booklet, Understanding Loss and What Happens Next. A guide to grieving your pet parents. I'm gonna definitely read this. Definitely. This is, oh wow. It's a certificate of cremation in love and memory of Birkin, cremated with care on the 5th day of November. May you cherish the memories and may their love live forever in your heart. So, I don't wish this pain on nobody. Nobody at all. Yeah, certificate of cremation. And I'm gonna frame this. I'm gonna definitely frame this. And I'm gonna put the paw print up. I'm gonna find a nice place on the mantle for her. I was talking earlier and I said, I hope she finds my dad up there and tell him who she is. And how good we were to her. And he's gonna love her just like we loved her. Y'all look. It came in a blue pouch. So this is the urn. I'm sorry, y'all, my phone keeps ringing. Okay, so y'all, am I supposed to be able to open this? Because is it supposed to stay sealed like this? So it's sealed. So it's sealed. I had thought about sprinkling some of her ashes, doing like a memorial and sprinkling some of her ashes in the ocean. So, but this is nice. I chose blue. You know, blue's my favorite color. So this is sort of like a light blue. And it came in this nice bag. And then, okay, and on the back of the bag, it has her name too, Birkin Moore. So I want to put it somewhere, maybe like on the mantle or somewhere, maybe like on Barkley. I want to say Barkley's kennel, but somewhere in the living room. Yeah. I just can't believe she's gone. I really can't, you guys. Um, Ray, he loved her. Oh my gosh, he loved her. He loved her so much. He did. I would watch him, go and give her breathing treatments. He'd turn the humidifier on and, he'd sit in the bathroom with her and let the steam, kind of open up her passages. And we really just, we were giving it all we had. It was so much energy and so much, we did it out of love. We did it out of love. But I didn't want to be selfish. I did not want to be selfish. She would have been here and she would have been suffering and wouldn't have been able to do the same things that the boys, do, run and play. So now I look at it like she's free now. She's free to run and play. She crossed over that rainbow bridge. I just hope she knew how much we loved her and how much you guys loved, how much the world loved her. She made her mark. She definitely made her mark. She was a gift from God, and God has her back. He let me borrow her for a moment, and he's got her back. She's breathing easy now. She's not sick anymore. Yeah, but I sure do miss her. She brought some kind of spark here, some type of energy, girl power. I just knew she was going to be running the boys. And bam, Bama turned into a totally different dog, y'all. I mean, a totally different dog. He was just playful and he let her crawl on him and bite him and he just let her do whatever. He was so protective of her. And I think he's taking it the hardest, the most. He misses her the most. I find myself kind of watching him look for her. Yeah, he looks for her. And he goes and smells her blanket. I still have her blanket upstairs in the same area. And sometimes at night he'll kind of whine. He's looking for her, and I know it. He's a very good uncle. But I just want to thank you guys so much for just everything. For donating, all you guys who donated to help save her life. You didn't have to, but you did. You supported me. And I never forget it. It was very costly. Very, very. I have never experienced something that cost that much to save her. And I do it all over again. That's the real thing. I do it over again if I had to. Yeah. But I just want to thank you guys, and now I'm trying to somehow pick up the pieces, because I gotta be here for the boys, and they can tell that my energy is off, and but I'm trying to get back into the groove, I'm sitting up here down here with Barkley, and he's doing his inventory, of course. He's doing inventory. Nothing stops him. Now, you know what? I don't think I'm not quite sure how Barkley feels about it. I don't know if he knows the difference quite yet. Unlike Bam. Yeah, I don't think he knows the difference yet. But Bam definitely does. And so I'm just gonna read a few of your comments. And you guys, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Yes, Bama is hurt. A lot of people keep saying that it's gonna take time, and I keep questioning how much time. Like, you just don't know. I've been praying to God, please heal my heart, because I'm tired of crying. To the point I got bags under my eyes and everything. Yes, I am a believer. How is Ray doing? He's okay. He's a little bit stronger than me. He is staying strong for me, and that I appreciate. He always tell me, think about how much the good things that she brought, and how she's watching over us. And he even said, I bet you she's up there teaching them how to do a headlock the way Barkley showed her. And so that kind of made me laugh. I said, I bet she is. She got good at the headlock that she learned from her dad. And so maybe she's up there showing the other dogs what she learned and telling them how cool we were. And one thing I'm so proud of, that she went on her first outing, and her first outing was to support breast cancer awareness in our hometown. And so that was pretty cool. Her first outing was to support a good cause. Couldn't have been a better cause. She was a tough cookie. She was. She had so much sass and so much spunk. She was like a female Bama. She was like a female version of Bama. Yeah. Yes, I know God will give me strength. And just when I think that I'm doing good, I'm getting over it, and I'm getting past it, and then I find myself looking at videos and pictures. And then I'm crying, I'm sobbing all over again. Like, why? Why did this happen? And then I get to blaming myself. Is this something that I could have done a little bit better, a little bit different? One thing I don't like is down here where I live, we don't have a lot of specialists, so we have to go further. So the first time we drove to Tennessee, which was almost 2 hours, Brentwood, Tennessee, to Blue Pearl. And they were great. Yeah, they were great. I just think that they sent her home too early. She stayed up there 2 days. And you guys, if you saw the video, and she appeared to be doing good. She still was breathing the way she was breathing. But, I just think she came home a little too early. But yeah, that's one thing I don't like, is that we don't have specialists. We have to drive out. And then we went to Birmingham. And then we went to some places around here, and a couple of other, I've been about 5 different places. Yeah. In the emergency clinics and all kind of things. But thank you for all the prayers. Yeah. Oh, and another thing I want to tell you guys, this week, tomorrow, I am calling and I'm going to make Bama and Barkley an appointment to get neutered. I'm making them an appointment tomorrow morning. I'm going to call and set up an appointment to get them neutered. I just, I just had time to think over everything, and you know, I just want to do what's best for my dogs. I want to be the best dog mom I can be. And I think that that'll be good for them. And it'll be good for the household. Now, Blue's already neutered. So it's Barkley and Bama's turn. Barkley, what? Mm-mm-mm. Yes, Birkin will always be in my heart. She has stained my heart. I want to get a picture, a portrait made of her and hang it up somewhere. Birkin was 12 weeks old. 12 weeks. And she was the sweetest girl. She had so much spunk in life, but she was so sweet too. She just had a different personality than them. She was fearless, bright. I mean, fearless. Did you see the video how she jumped out of the she jumped out of the stroller and she got back up. She just was a force, and I loved it. She wasn't even scared of Blue. Blue was scared of her. Blue was like, "Go on, little girl." She jump and bark at him, and she try to lick on him and play with him. She fought so hard to be here with us. She fought very hard. And I'm never gonna forget her because she was part of my family. Yes, she did. She played with Ray. Oh, Ray. Now he didn't. It's so funny because he didn't even want another dog. You remember, you guys? I was telling you I gotta try to beg Ray, see if I could, keep one of them, and he was like, "No, no, we've got enough. No, no." So I brought her home anyway, and I was gonna get rid of her, but then she started growing on me, and then I noticed she started growing on Ray. And I knew if I could get him to give her her first bath, I had him. And he kind of, he was hesitant at first. And then he gave her her first bath. And I was just looking at him. and she stole his heart right then and there. She stole it. Yeah. He was talking about her today. Yeah, he was like, "I miss her." Having to go in there and make sure she was okay. See, yeah. He said, "Well, Tab, she's not struggling anymore. And that's all that counts. She's free." But I know he's hurt too. You know how men are. And he's not gonna tell me the extent of how he feels. But he definitely loved her. He would hold her. He held her more than I did. Yeah. So I'm blessed to have a husband that loves animals the way I do. He probably don't love them as much. I grew up with animals. He didn't. Um, I've loved animals ever since I was a baby. I grew up an only child, and that's how my love of animals started. Very, very young age, and not just dogs and cats. I mean, like a lot of different things, chickens and pigs. I kind of grew up in a farm area in the country, and so I had access to a lot of different type of things. You know, animals, goats and horses and things like that. So that's how my love, began. I would talk to them and play with them and, you know, and bond with them. And so I guess it just carried over into my adult life. How old is Barkley and Bam? Barkley is 3 years old. Blue is 5 years old. Barkley, Barkley and Blue birthday is both in May. Bama it will be 2 years old at the end of December next month. So he's got a birthday coming up next month, and he'll be the big two. Yes, exactly. Pets were my friends and family when I was younger. Definitely. And then you guys, I don't have any children, any biological children. So they're like my children as well. So it hits a little bit different to me. They become a real part of me. So, if you know, you know. But I'm going to get through this. I'm taking everything day by day. And I got a lot of good content planned. Um, I journey from here on. A lot of interesting things that I'm gonna take you guys through. As far as with my day-to-day life with the boys. I told you we're gonna start by with Barkley and Bama getting neutered. Um, and then Blue's getting ready to start going to daycare. I'm trying to open Blue up a little bit more. I've been trying to socialize him a whole lot more. What is it, Barkley? What is it? What is it, son? What is it? I'm trying to socialize Blue a whole lot more, and I want all of them to thrive. And so we're gonna see how Blue does. A new environment and other dogs, and I've been working with him, and he's been doing good actually so far. And oh yeah, about Blue's meds. Blue is no longer on his meds. No, Blue has been off his meds for about a month now, I guess, and I've been giving him CBD oil, and that has been doing him very well. I went to the all natural approach, and he's been doing good. He's been doing good. I liked the medicine in the beginning, but then I found that it was making him a little too drowsy, too out of it for me. Even when I cut back, it kind of took away from his personality. And I didn't want to. I want him to be his authentic self, you know, but with just a less aggression, you know. So I give him the CBD oil as needed, and so yeah, he's been doing good. Now I still watch and monitor him and Barkley's time together, you know, their interactions and everything. And so they do good. And that's another reason why Barkley and Bama are going to get neutered. So it'll be less testosterone floating around here. So I'm doing everything I can um, to provide a better environment for them. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are such a blessing to me. You just don't know. I read these comments and sometimes I get so tickled. So y'all make me laugh. Oh my goodness. And just the encouraging words, you just don't even know how, you know, it's good to have people who really have your best interest in mind, and who has went through this and can relate to it. You know, it's good to know that I'm not alone in this. So that's the really good feeling. Because, you know, at first I was like, ooh, will anybody even understand this type of hurt the way I feel it? But then there are people who knows exactly what I feel. How are the other three puppies doing? So the other three puppies, they have a home, and the breeder knows about Birkin's situation, and yeah, I told him it would be best to reach out to them to let them know, and so they're doing good. And see, that make me feel away because I don't understand why my baby. Why my baby? Out of all of them, my baby. I can't question God, but yeah, she was special. Some people say, Tab, do you want another dog? It's too hard. I don't want to feel this feeling. It's too hard to have another one. My heart couldn't take it if it happened again. And it makes me want to hug my boys a little tighter every night. Kiss them. Tell them how much I love them. I suggest y'all do the same. Love your babies. Love on them. Tell them how much they mean to you. Because they only here for a short time. A short time. And the one thing I hate about bulldogs is they're not here long, like some other breeds. And the health problems that come along with them. But I wouldn't take nothing in the world for them. Nothing in the world for them. How long, y'all? How long is the lifespan for an English bulldog? I've heard different things. I say about 12 years. Has anybody's bulldog lived over 12? But if you can get 12, then I guess that's pretty good. Okay, Flavorgram, you said 8 to 10 years. 10, I see some 10s. So yeah, that's not long. That's not long. Just thinking about it will make me cry. The Barkley, Bama, and Blue. Just thinking about it. It's not long enough. And if I got another girl, I don't want to feel like I'm like, like I'm trying to replace Birkin, because she can't be replaced. Not here. And right now, I won't have the same, I don't know, y'all, energy or love to give the other dog like I gave Birkin right now. It'll feel like I'm cheating on her a little bit. I know that sounds stupid. I know it. It's just she can't be replaced. I need a lot of time. I don't know how much, but I need a lot of time. And if I did, y'all, if I did get me another dog, I don't think it would be a bulldog. I just don't. It's too hard. It's too painful. And there's no limit on how long you can grieve your dog. I know people who grieve their dog, have been grieving their dogs for years. It hurts. It hurts. Because they're a part of you. You know what I'm saying? They're in your home. You're with them more than believe it or not, you're with your animals more than you're with some family members. I'm with my dogs more than family members. They've seen me at my best, they've seen me at my worst. When I cry, they try to lick me and make me feel better. It's like they cry with me. So I don't want to think about another dog. And like I said, I didn't intend on keeping Birkin. It was just, Barkley's daughter, and exactly. Dogs are our best friends. Yeah. And like I said, it's different because I don't have children. And my dogs make me a better person, a better human. Exactly. They show unconditional love. They just make me better. They give me a reason to, do certain things. They do. I sit back and watch the crazy shenanigans and antics. I mean, it's like I got my own reality show right here. Just watching them. Because they're very curious and they do this just different things. Barkley, Sylvester. Boy, Barkley, no. Woo, he know he'll do some inventory. Is one of your toys missing, honey? I believe it's toy. Bam. Bam, I got a hold to one of his toys. I got Bama upstairs. You probably hear him in the background. Say you want to see Barkley. Okay. Thank y'all so much for the support. How's my body? Thank you for asking me that. How's my body feeling from the flu? I'm feeling better. They gave me, I think it was called Tamiflu or something. And that's some pretty strong stuff. Um, I feel okay now. I still have a little mucus in my chest. And they gave me like some cough medicine for that. So I'm still healing, just to be honest with you. I'm still healing. hmm But I feel a whole lot better than I was feeling. So yeah, let me let y'all see Barkley, and I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I just wanted to tell you guys thank you, and I wanted to open up the box with Birkin's remains. Barkley Sylvester, I'm sorry that I closed the door. You want to look out. There's Barkley. Barkley has to look. Bama, I'm coming up there. Barkley likes to watch. He likes to wait for his dad. Well, you guys, I just want to tell you once again that I love you. And you'll be hearing from us soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.